What's happening, YouTube? So today I've got a very special video for you. I've decided to bring you with me on the family vacation. We're in America, and they're all car mad in America, and I figured it would be a great starting point for capturing some events, some general cars driving about. I mean, who doesn't love an American classic, right? Come along for the ride and let's have a look at some stuff. We're going to be checking out a car show which is in Kissimmee, which is exactly where we're staying right now, which is just around the corner. It's 20 minutes away. It's Friday, so they do this on a weekly basis. So on a Friday night they do live music at Old Town. They do muscle car and hot rod, which is going to be tonight. So yes, today's Friday, and tomorrow, Saturday, is hot rods and classics. There'll be nothing but show car kind of quality vehicles there for us to look at. Good to see some cool American stuff, and hopefully it'll be content that you'll enjoy. So yeah, this is our holiday villa, and there's the classic American looking street. And naturally, while you're in America, what else do you want to be driving than the classic American Kia Sportage? We've literally just taken delivery of this thing. It's got 12,000 miles on the clock, and it actually drives pretty nice for an automatic Korean boat. It's not so bad actually. I don't necessarily mind these too much. So yeah, that's our Chariot.
And while we were here, we did all the usual sort of touristy stuff. We ended up going to Universal. We didn't do Disney. The kids felt like they were a little bit too old for Disney, but we did do Universal. And it was great fun, to be fair. I think if you've never been here before, I think it's well worth a look. The Islands of Adventure is more like a theme park, sort of traditional sort of theme park based around like movies and stuff like that. And you've got the Universal Studios part, which is just over here. You can see it's just kind of just beyond those kind of tan coloured walls. It's kind of like walking into a movie set, to be honest. But yeah, it's well worth a look. The Harry Potter Islands of Adventure is, again, well worth a visit. The attention to detail is absolutely nuts. Take a look around, look in every shop window. There's always something going on, whether it's like magic or you can go and buy a wand. Take a short trip on the Hogwarts Express. Or if the heat is too much, grab a nice cool butterbeer. Yeah, it's well worth a look, and stick around until night time for the light show at Hogwarts Tower. It's pretty cool, to be fair. I've also added a video to the channel that was 6 minutes of the light show at Hogwarts. So yeah, check that out. That was worth a look as well. So you may or may not be pleased to find out that I actually did manage to stay on brief, and I actually managed to find vehicles dotted all over Universal, and I documented a few of those here. It was really cool to see the Amity police wagon from Jaws, which is pretty cool, celebrating its 50th year this year, and a bunch of other iconic stuff like the DeLorean, and there was old school Americana dotted all over the place, to be fair. You know, how cool is this hot rod? A bit of classic Jurassic. Yeah, the DeLorean is definitely my favourite. You know, absolute Back to the Future fanatic. We stuck around for the daily parade, saw the Ghostbusters vehicle, which was pretty good. So aside from all the parks, I think it's important to remember to take a day off. And on one of these days off, me and Dylan decided to have a little walk around, just do a bit of exploring around the, initially in the first week in the hotel that we stayed in for a few days. And yeah, we could hear like a lot of vehicles buzzing around outside that sounded a bit more than your average kind of vehicle. Yeah, and we thought like maybe there was some sort of show going on or some sort of like meet. So we had a bit of a walk and we came across some cars.
Black Cybertruck. See, that's how it's done. Classic child snatcher wagon. Well behaved RX-7. S14. More modified collection is complete with that Civic. Oh, we got something else as well. What's this black one coming down here? Got a collection here. That's a Pontiac. Come all the way to Florida to film a BMW. That's nice, I like that. Come all the way to America to film some European cars. That's cool. See them all the time at home. Oh, we've got it all going on now. We've got a helicopter taking off and everything. We've got a helicopter taking off. Damn! That truck is like pimped. Look at the state of that. That's ace. Bloody hell, look at the speakers in the back. That's cool. Oh, look at his exhaust.
And don't forget as well, this is all outside where we're staying. This is literally on the road.
It's pretty, isn't it, that one? Have you?
It turned out there actually was a meet at a place literally just around the corner, so we just missed out, annoyingly. But yeah, it was a nice day to sit in the sun and admire some pretty exotic cars. It was pretty cool.
That is cool.
Well, this is great, but this isn't the actual main point of the video, so let's get on with Old Town, I think. So what is Old Town? I've got a few words here just to explain it. So it was opened in 1986, and the developers wanted to offer a nostalgic alternative to modern high-tech theme parks like Disney and Universal. So they built brick streets, vintage-style storefronts, and retro attractions to invoke an old Americana, I think 1950s to 70s kind of diners, classic cars, carnival rides kind of thing. And as I mentioned earlier, people from far and wide come to show their cars at weekly meets. There's one on a Wednesday night, there's one on the Friday night, and there's one on the Saturday night. It's probably the same old faces that turn out every single week. But yeah, it's nice to see people proudly showing off their American muscle, and you get all sorts of flavours and stuff when it comes to the vehicles. So I'm going to stop talking now. I'm going to let the pictures do the talking.
So we've made it to Old Town. I thought we'd come and check out the cars. You see a few of them there in the background, and the live band are just setting up. So we're a little bit early. As you can see, I'm a little bit warm. Yeah, I'm just taking a look around. It's pretty cool. Just, you know, typical American style. Just a monster truck. Nothing to see here. Those wheels are huge, it's ridiculous. And there's loads of background noise as well from the fairground that's going on. But yeah, plenty to look at. Yeah, it's a pretty good turnout. We've got maybe 30 cars or so. Nope. Florida climate is taking its toll.
This thing's fantastic. You know, big credits to the guy who owns it. You can just see him there to the right. He took time out of his day. He chewed my ear off for about half an hour, told me how he'd owned the car for 46 years. It was literally a shell when he bought it. How he's done all the work himself, you know, and it's a car that he's really, really proud of, and he drives it every single day. He takes it to the track. He's converted it to fuel injected, and it's just a beast. It's just a well-loved, well-used, absolute machine. He made me laugh as well when he said he converted it over to fuel injected. He said he was really, really pleased with it because he now gets 11 miles to the gallon out of it. God almighty, if he gets like 11 miles to the gallon now, what was it like before when it was carburetted? it's like so steeped in tradition is this this weekly meet. They've actually got a memorial put up for the for cruisers that have sort of passed away. And it doesn't end there. They've got cruisers of the month. Every month, a winner is selected and put onto the wall, and this dates back to the early 90s by the looks of it. And yes, I did sit on this bench, and it was very comfortable. Annoyed some of the purists, but I was actually quite pleased to see this Mk7 Golf. Pretty nice.
that's it. That was the end of the Friday night at Old Town. It started to rain, as you can see on the window, so we decided to just get the hell out of Dodge, and we decided to jump in the car and leave, and then the heavens opened and it started chucking it down, which is sort of typical for Floridian time of year. So I think for tomorrow night, being the Saturday night, we will stick around, or I certainly will stick around for the cruise. I got chatting to one of the old guys at the show, and he was telling me that it was a bit of as nice a turnout as it was for the Friday night. He has seen more cars typically, and typically the Saturday night tends to be the busier night. So I'll head back tomorrow and we'll check it out, and hopefully it will be maybe up to 3 times as many cars tomorrow night as there was there tonight. So yeah, we'll come back tomorrow and we'll try again. And tomorrow night as well, like I said, I'll stick around for the cruise, try and get some of the cars revving up and stuff and driving around, which is pretty cool.
So that's it for part 1. Look out for part 2. There will be a part 2. Part 2 video will be Saturday night. So yeah, I'm going to wrap it up there. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. If you have, hit the like button, subscribe, that kind of stuff, and leave me a comment. Let me know what your favourite vehicle was. There's so many to choose from. I honestly couldn't decide. But yeah, I'll catch you soon.
In the garage under the bright light, Slick Rick's got the tools ready to ignite. With a wrench in hand, he shares his know-how. Teaching the world, come on, let's get it now. Oil changes, brakes, and mufflers too. He's breaking it down, showing what to do.